quick draws, linebackers. These mechs, I've seen a few teams play with them, and what they do is they actually mean that your minimum speed can be at well over 90 k's an hour, into near on 100 kilometers an hour, to be honest. So I don't think we'll see any team do that tonight on Viridian Bog, but if you want a really fast Brawl Rush, it is possible to go with. Ah, dang it, there's a bunch of disconnects and things happening. They may need to reform the lobby, which could delay things slightly. Huh. Alright, they're just getting things set up. While it's happening, let's see, let's just talk about the... Yeah, Skill Tree's coming out. So this is actually the first match I've shoutcasted, in fact the first match I've even seen, honestly, since Skill Tree's came out. So Skill Tree's, for competitors, has been a bit of a mad rush for the teams that are still in MRBC, and still trying to sort out what runs well, you know, what works, what has been nerfed or buffed, and how it plays into the meta. So a few standouts have been that a bunch of mechs that never had armor or structure quirks now have them. There's, you know, things like Nightgears and Hunchback 2Cs, and even like Cheetahs and Giant 2Cs as well, never had any quirks, but now they, with Skill Tree, they can get buffs to various things like missile spreads on the Gen 2Cs, or a lot more heat management options, and particularly weapon ranges and cooldowns, which even though we had modules for them before, you can get a nice 15% range out of the Skill Tree if you so wish. Things like UAC Jam chance on those ultras, or even you know, like double strikes, double kill shots are going to be played. I think the biggest change for me has got to be the consumables. You can bring 2 upgraded strikes, or 2 upgraded kill shots, or 2 upgraded UAVs. In fact, you can actually bring 5 consumables now. So really interesting. See how that plays in, what the teams are bringing, and how they're going to go about it. Right, I think we've got everyone back from the various crashes, disconnects, and discombobulations of the lobby. So it should be ready to go soon. Another thing to note is that a bunch of things that were easy modules to fit, like seismic and rad deprivation, now require a bit more of an investment to get to. So not every mech you're going to see will be having the full sensor set. Some teams may be opting to have their lights, mediums maybe have more UAV, double upgraded UAVs and seismic radar depth. Whereas on the flip side, some of your bigger mechs will be focusing more into survivability and armor and all that sort of thing. Also, for those that may not play with Skill Tree too much, yeah, there is actually quite a lot more depth to it than the old system. It also does increase the complexity, so if you do have a go at it, just bear in mind that it might take a little bit getting used to, but once you get used to it, there's a lot more options, and there's quite a few different tools and things around the community to check out and get a hand and a few ideas on how to skill out your mechs. What I found personally is that you pretty much just want to think about the role you're playing and just start with a bit of mobility and work from there. Hang on. Someone said my stream not showing. What? Oh. It's still doing that. There we go. Dang it, I left the pre-stream up. Alright. Oh well. Looks like Sharkcast into right into the pre-stream. There you go. Well, let's into the first drop. It was an A3 win in favour of Veto, and we're about to drop onto Viridian Bog. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies. So the first match was on Polar Highlands Domination. So a bit of a brawl. Focus fire for Veto was too strong, and good work by them to win it 8-3. Spuds doing a really hard, good push at the start though, and did hurt quite a lot of the mechs. Rightio, so Conquest drop 2, here we go. Oh, nice paint jobs. Alright, let's check the mechs out while they load in. Doing their thing. Alright, 2 Nightjeers. Stormcrow, Hunchback, Huntsman, Nova, Jonah and Cheetah. I think the Nightjeer is going to be Ultra 2s, the rest will be rather brawly. Let's just check this one out. Alright, we are starting in... Yes, Splat Jonah, Splat Huntsman. There we go, Splat Jonah, Splat Huntsman, Nova, yep, Nightjeer, Stormcrow, and a Cheetah. Rightio, and Splat Hunchback. For Veto side, we have a Nova, Stormcrow, Medium Pulse Wolfhound, Small Pulse on that one, and a Heavy Laser Bomb Ebon Jag. That's really interesting. Heavy Laser Bomb Hunchback and a Heavy Laser Bomb Timber. Right, let's see if there's going to be a brawl push here, because I think Spudshed's much more cut out for a brawl. The high heat Veto drop deck is going to do brilliantly at long range, long to mid range, if there's a bunch of people on field at 400-500 meters. And if they hold there for too long, it's going to get worn down. But no, Spudshed's going to push straight in here. They're not going to stop. They've unbound the brakes off their mech. W key has been engaged. Here we go. Alright, shots going in on Odin's Steeds Nova down at 85%. Just coming out, oh, his Nightjeer's down to 71%. Extremely hurt on top of that main hill. The Veer doing a really good job getting up on this higher ground, up to this direction. Just coming out, halved now, he's got 3 Ultra 2s remaining. There's a bit of a light medium skirmish down here around the cap point. Lots of shots going in. Odin's Steed about to go down in the Nova. Kronax is really hurting the Nova to 56%. Odin's Steed at 20%, doing a great job holding on. Mecha Victor's first one down for Spudshed. Second one down for Spudshed. A bit of a cascade here, but one goes down for Veto here. Quite a few hurt mechs on the field. Maxa goes down. It's 3-2. Veto is only slightly ahead on the mechs on the field. And wow, Veto really pulling it back. A bunch of the mechs running really hot here. He's out of... Wow, Jonah's out of ammo. That happened quickly. Alright, let's see some of the heat levels here. Nice, over 70%. And 70% as well. Good cooling off the Small Pulse Cheetah. And the last thing to get legged will mean a victory for Veto. Alright, so let's have a look at that one. Nice damage spread for Veto. That's a brilliant damage spread. Everyone putting in at least 200 something, so into 300s as well. On Spudshed side, you see a few of the mechs that got focused down pretty quickly. So losing... the potential they could have gotten out of those Nightjeers, I think, hadn't their focus so quickly. Although they did get decent... Look, for how long they lived, they actually did a little bit of damage there. So, nice solid push. Just the aim and accuracy and focus fire, these hotter, heavy laser bomb mechs really help Veto out there in finishing off the kill order that they had intended to do. So it is 8-3 again for the second drop. Alright, let's enter that one in. So we have 3, 8, when an M bonus goes to Veto. Save that one. And the third drop will be on Forest Colony. Right, save that one. So for us colony, next one is really interesting map here where we have possibility of a shoreline push or shoreline control of the two caps. Or a inland movement. Let's just bring up the map strat to have another look. Rightio, here we are. Okay. So, being Team 2, Kappa is a natural point to take. You may send some inland to get Sigma. From Team 1 side, Eps and Gamma are your naturals. Now, Theta is a really interesting one, because Theta, you have this big terrain here, with this kind of like this pathway here, a bit more terrain here, that pathway there. And from Team 2 side, it's easier to cap Theta first. But you just gotta be careful you don't get jumped by a potential, Team 1 push on this way. So Theta can kind of usually goes Team 2 first and then may come back for Team 1. There we go. Now, if a team comes out in the water here, they can actually, so if they can push along here, grab Gamma, and really force Team 1 team to either push out or engage at Sigma and try to hold a landside 3 cap, which is possible, although it does like mechs. If Team 2 also controls high plateaus here, here, and here, it can be very difficult to get Sigma back. So personally, I better play as Team 2, but Team 1 does have some good options, depending on what range they pick and how they approach controlling the 3 cap. So we'll see what the teams do. They feel dropping out to get some builds and sorted. I think some skill trees may be happening as well. My suggestion, my prediction is that Veto will be probably running a more mid-range comp with a lot of heavy laser vomit like they were in Drop 2. And just trying to get some good heavy mid-range alphas on those CTs of those mechs. I think Bloodshed will probably bring some big brawlers, maybe some fast brawl, a couple of ranges in there just to round it out in case they need to trade at all or just get some initial damage in. But I can see Spuds just going screw it push on a lot of the maps tonight, so don't blame them. They do it well, and it's a strat they're familiar with. Rightio. Alright, so those unfamiliar with drop 3, it is the Commander Assassination drop with 3 mediums, 4 heavies, 1 assault, and it's an 85-ton assault. So the most common choice is Marauder 2C. A few different flavors of Marauder 2C are often seen. One is the Marauder 2C base variant, which is heavy laser vomit of like usually 2 or 3 large pulse and 5 or 6 medium lasers. It runs hot, but you can't deny that mid-range alpha strike. And another mech you might see the Marauder 2CD with dual Gauss PPC ECM, or the Marauder 2CC dual Gauss dual PPC side stacked with a jump jet, although that's a bit less common. And what else is there? I think Spuds should have brought the Marauder 2CCA, or 2CA with the 3 ballistics on the right side. So I expect the Marauder 2C would be the 85-tonner. The other one that these teams have brought, I think one of them's brought a Battlemaster 2C with 5 ER larges or 5 large pulses. So a decent amount of range there. Okay, well, good time to have a quick look at some of the team roster for teams. So Spuds formed as a combination team of 54 MR and XLK from last year. They actually finished 5th and 6th in the World Tournament for AP region, so they did very well. The combined forces now, they won Division B in Season 8 and earned their spot this season, Season 9, in Division A. So good showing from them. They've got a few drops and they've off other teams. Overall, yeah, definitely had a very strong first season in Division A. So props to them on debut in Div A. Up a really good show. Right. Oh. Teams are ready and we are connecting. Let's do it. So you see from the Lancers, bit of a Bravo Charlie heavy split on both teams. All right. And here we are, lovely forest colony. It's a beautiful coastal bit of nature. Of course, we have in dropping nature we have the pickle factory, as it is commonly called. Nice little radar tower above it. Dropships coming in for both teams. Let's just fly over these hills and have a look what they brought. Alright. Gas UC Night Year, this is Spuds we're looking at here. 6 medium laser Hellbringer there, so that's going to be running very cool. Gas medium Night Year. There's a laser Vom Marauder 2C, small pulse node for the close quarters. Heavy laser Vom on the Ebon Jags. Small pulse Stormcrow for close quarters as well. And a lunch pack with Quad 86 Flamers. Veto bringing a Splat Dog, of course. Uriah playing that one. Small pulse Nova. Laser Vom Timber. Small pulse Viper. Laser Vom Timber again, that's a duplicate. Duplicating the Timberwolf. There you go, look at that. Small pulse Stormcrow. Laser Vom Marauder as well for Veto. And Laser Vom Ebon. So the drops are actually both very heavily into the Laser Vomit. Going for large mid-range punch. Be a little short-range mechs spread through both teams. So near on a mirror matchup in the mech lab. As close you're going to get for reasonable accuracy. Let's bring up. There we go, that's what we want. So 2 caps going for each. Data getting played upon by Veto, I believe. Sending for their Ebon and Timber to get Stata. Going a bit of a wider arc to probably get lines on whatever comes out of here, if anything does come out. So, see from this position here, Veto does have a nice spread line in the range of how much that range is, about 600 meters or so, which is pretty good for Laser Vomit. So, if I was Spuds, I wouldn't want to be coming through the pass. Do have one scouting mech there, Viper. See, getting a few PVC shot towards him, but getting a bit of a scout for Veto to know exactly where Spuds is coming from. Oh, nice hits on him. Let's see where he's hurt. Legs, red armor. Probably don't want to do that in a Viper. 7 small pulse, that's an interesting little build. Now, Spuds here, they can either get the push, go for the kill, or break off a mech to go get Kappa, which is honestly, I think I would go for Kappa just to force Veto to be the pusher, not the pushy. But anyway, let's see what happens with the trades here. Looks like initial damage is actually in the favor of Spuds here. Viper definitely, taking down to 67%. He's rather hurt. Still, good strike there. And an ace down to 82% in the medium laser gas notch here. Veto are going to be pushing now. They're going to be the initiator in this. Even though they're up 3 cap, they're going to push up, or at least advance up to this bit of cover, and they're going to commit to the push. There's a shot. Peek back, yes. Oh, unending ace, very hurt now. The Esther and Volley from the Mad Dog did no favors to him. Right. Veto just staging here at the moment, just getting some good Esther and Volleys off, but nice shots going into both Navid and into Uraimi there. And looks like Spuds is moving up to the plate themselves. This big pillar here is going to be the wrapping point for both teams to wrap around. And look, Veto on this side now, Spudshed better receive a Mad Dog Nova and Viper, both laser Timbys. Look at laser Timbys from Veto here. They're working over each other's shoulders beautifully. These 3 laser bomb mechs, the Marauder in there too, is working over each other's shoulders and just really nailing anything that pokes against them now. But Navid's still alive, but Val takes an unending ace. That very hurt night shift finally goes down. Look at the percentages for Spudshed. They're mostly all in the red. Just from these trades, these laser bomb trades have definitely gone in Vito's favor. Shooting over each other's shoulders like that is brutal to pick against. A couple quick kills there, and Vito may counter push to finish this off quickly. Unless they want to cool down a bit. Then it goes down, Val's down. Navid 24% still alive. Odin in 48, and Uraimi 47% in the Mad Dog, but still going. Only the Hellbringer left, and it is an 8-1 in favor of Veto. Really interesting play there on the mid-range trading here. You see just a very simple bit of terrain. We have one hill, we have that one column, and pretty much the entire match is played around those 2 features of terrain. Although Val died, he top scored, so well done, Val. 733, excellent score, going down hard, but awesome score while taking heaps of damage. So Donatame 537, very nice. Odin in Nova, getting the close range in 3 kills picked up there. You can see here 5 of the kills came to the close ranges, so getting in there with the small pulses to finish things off. Well done. And of course, Veto did keep their 85 tonner alive, so they will get the full bonus. On this side we have just coming out Ebonjag, top scorer in there with the Night Gears not too far behind, but just needing to get a bit more damage as other mechs, the mediums, to get the value. Yeah, so well done, Veto, on the trades. Really good use of your teammates' positioning, micro-positioning, and focus fire. Righto. Alright, so next drop is on Frozen City. Drop 4. The kills for that one were 1 kill for Spud, 8 kills for Veto, and 1 M bonus. So far Veto's doing extremely well. Have an excellent show. And we're in the swing of things now. So it's a bit hard to actually show this on the map strat because it just happened in such a small, close area. Right, yeah. On that case, let's just start looking at the next one then, Frozen City Conquest, and to the map strap plays ball. Okay, a bunch of them are dropping out to sort out next builds and skills. All good. Okay, Frozen City Conquest is 2-2-2-2, so 2 each weight class, probably one of the most standard and well-known rule sets for a competitive drop. I guess it's also the most balanced, I guess, because you have every weight class represented twice. So on this map, you may have noticed the range is pretty long. Like, you got this, ridge thing here. I mean, down the bottom doesn't really matter, but this ridge thing here, and pretty much Theta becomes an initial no man's land. I mean, Team 2 can get an easy quick cap on these guys here, Team 1 these guys there, and then usually it becomes just a range game. Both teams going to shoot each other from either side and try to see who can sneak a light or Viper or some sort of well, fast medium for that matter. Ice threat's also good. Sneak a Theta cap or even a sneaky side cap. So for Team 1, I mean, this line for Kappa play becomes an option, and for Team 2, depending how sneaky you are, this becomes an option too if Theta becomes a no man's land, which it often is, unless, obviously it depends how trades are going. So I expect to see a lot of long range out of it. Veto definitely. Spudshed may also try to bring the range and trade, or they may reach a certain critical amount of screw it and push with mid-range, aggro mid-range. Personally, I like the long range on this map just because the cool temperature does help with trading, while the trade mechs do run warm. So the cool temperatures help mitigate that slightly. Another interesting thing about Frozen City is, while the Nightgear is one of the most dominant mechs in the game right now, its thermal transfer quirk, which means that the environment plays no part in the heat characteristics of the mech. On a cold map, you won't get the benefit of it being cold, so we may not see it duplicated like in other drops, and the C teams go in favour of something like EL larges or even AC2s, depending on how they feel about trading at such long ranges, if they want to go range. An interesting thing in the skill trees now is laser duration is now a quirk, which for EL larges is very good, and also so are velocity. So AC2s, and particularly even both for Clan and IS, as far as I know, never had a cooldown module. Sorry, the entire range of 2-class autocannons, all of them never had to never had a cooldown module. There's a couple that I think one of them did. Anyway, the point is that you can actually run cooldown, velocity, a few other different things on these weapons that never had modules at all. So there's an indirect buff to these weapons, which is not a bad thing because AC2s were in a decent place, but now they're actually in a very strong position. EL larges to laser duration quirks as well. You can get 10-15% laser duration depending on your base quirks of the mech quite easily. So yeah, very strong things to pick up in the skill trees if you go down them. That's a good risk to reward thing that I think these teams have been playing with in the last few days. In just to be in the lobby chat here, skill maze, is that if you go into the firepower tree, that's a lot of points. The firepower tree is actually one of the largest trees of all, and to soak up a bunch of points there to get your duration, your heat, your cooldowns, your velocity, whatever it is, where you want it to be, you need to give up either mobility or survival, something like that. So unfortunately, as a shoutcaster, I actually can't see how they've skilled out their mechs. It'd be interesting to see at least the point distribution to see, like, okay, this mech's put 25 into survival, or 53 or 51, wherever it is, into firepower. I can actually see how many consumables they're running if I had a good look at them, but usually at start matches breeze through them. So in a trading engagement, I reckon, I have a feeling that a few teams is going to go double strike, double advanced strikes, and just while trading, just really rain down red smoke. Now that I think might shake it up, because doubling the number of potential strikes and UAVs in the field, I don't think it's a bad thing actually. Although, I'm not like, it's not a completely bad thing. I think it makes more decision making, which is good. So, lights of 2 UAVs become really, really valuable, because they can actually use the UAV for a cap point early on, and then a UAV later in the match for the main fight. Alright, just waiting on one more and we'll be ready to go. Looking at how the teams are set up into the Lancers, hard to say like what they're running. We'll talk about it soon, got a decent idea of that, but usually it's the final tell of the course when they load in. This is interesting, okay. So about to launch in the match, and yeah. The tonnage is 30 tons in favour of Veto at 485 tons compared to 455 of Spuds shed. So that lower tonnage, I'm not sure what that means. I mean, 30 tons could mean, 285ers for assaults instead of 200 tonners, or it could mean that might be a mix of linebackers or vipers or some of those low tonnage mechs in there. And here we go. Match time. So spread lance setup for Veto indicates a range play. Not always, but just indicates that. Alpha Bravo for Team 1 is actually a standard setup because Charlie Lance Team 1 on Frozen doesn't really get anywhere faster at all. Team 2 has some options with Alpha Bravo and Charlie for speed, but yeah, Team 1 Only Alpha Bravo really is close to anything of value. Alright, let's check this out. So, lovely cold map we have here. This is the No Man's Land I was talking about earlier. See how Theta here is on such a low ground. You've got these nice high mountains or hills on either side. Plenty of buildings to peek from and get shots on Theta from. So you can move around here. You know, really cover Theta. You can shoot cross map to these buildings here and vice versa. Alright. Waiting for the teams to fly in here. There's the other little cap point around the back, Epsilon. Alright. Okay, just coming out in a Splat Dog. Small Pulse Cheetah. Small Pulse Gargoyle. Oh, that's where the tonnage went. Splat Flamer Lunch Pack. Splat Jenna. Small Pulse Gargoyle. The duplicated Gargoyles. Oh, these guys are legends. Gold Small Pulse Nova. Lose double kill shots everywhere as well. You know, Splat Summoner. They have reached critical screw it. Attention everyone. Spudshed have just gone screw it. We're pushing. We're just going to kill those guys and we're going to win this match. Love it. Alright, let's look at Veto side. Quad Large Pulse Warhawk. Interesting. Got some good quirks on that. And with the skill tree, they probably buffed them out. A Laser Bomb Timber. Medium Pulse Wolfhound. Pretty standard. Another Quad Large Pulse Warhawk. That's an interesting build. Definitely a skill tree buff with existing quirks. See, in case you haven't tried it out, the Warhawk does have some very, very good energy quirks on it still, despite having worse hitboxes than the Marauder 2C. Nightgear, like, you know, Dual Gas Peep, some mediums, Small Pulse Cheetah, a Small Pulse Node for the close range, and a Heavy Laser Bomb Lunch Pack. Look at this Veto going out into the open. They're expecting the screw it push. Look at this. Now, it is Conquest, so I'm not sure how the Veto Lights are going to manage capping absolutely everything. Or Spuds is not going to care and just go out into the open. I'm not sure if Spuds is going to go out into the open here. I don't think they will. I think they're going to go for cap game first, because this is a really long range to cover against such a potent mid-range firepower deck. Now, when you stand in the open, like this, hitboxes don't matter, so the Warhawk becomes a really good pick for this. Direwolves as well. Direwolf, Warhawk, any sort of like traditionally terrible hardpoint mech becomes absolutely fine when you stand in the open. Even the Califrac 4X Knuckle Drag would be fine here. But look at this Veto Lights getting absolutely engaged upon by Spudshed. They are brawl. Let's see if they can get out of here alive though. I'm not sure what Spudshed Lights are at the moment. Here they are, better than you, chasing them down. Oh, Urimu down to 57% and he's dead. Looks like he got legged there. Navid running for his life in the Cheetahs. Cheetah v Cheetah. A little bit, 67% left and he's legged. Bad news is going to finish him up if the Gargoyle doesn't. Gargoyle will get him. Okay, both lights are dead for Veto. Veto's going to push in now. They realize, you know what? Well, they said screw it, so now we need to say screw it and just get in there and get some caps and map control back because, you know, 2 lights down on a Conquest drop on a pretty big map. It's a bit of a tough position to be in, and one you can't just hold down the open on. So Veto's going to push in. The mechs for but are not really that hurt. I guess the Summoner 82% is somewhat scratched. Gargoyle's perfectly safe here. They're going to receive a push now. Now Vito's been doing a very good play here for the push, where they're swinging to one side. See, when you're running a range deck, if you can run it to this side, you can get cross shots at your favoured range of about 500 meters, 500-600 for them. And this is now forcing Spudshed to run away into cover, it seems. Now, it's my guess that they're going to re-engage around this building. So they can form in this building here. Maybe this building here, right here. They can push back on them, but at the moment, I think just going to try to stay alive, minimize damage taken. Oh, Emperko's Gargoyle just got very heavily hammered there. Where is he hurt? Side torso crit. You know, he's not too bad off. Is that worse? Caps in favour of Spudshed, so they don't need to push, but like we said, the button has been pressed. Here they go. Gargoyle doesn't get halves on his way through there. That was probably hanging onto that side torso for dear life. The Nova for Veto getting pushed on, but look at this Veto fallback. Look at them keep all these mechs nicely lined up here. This receiving line is going to very much hurt for Spudshed. Getting pushed on that. So, and the heat levels of them I think will be quite manageable on this colder map. So, just coming out, appearing in the Mad Dog, they're kind of zigzagging a bit. which does mean it's a longer path to take, but they're kind of trying to limit the windows of fire, I guess? Okay. And Pekka goes down in the gargoyle. The Nova is the first one up. Oh, in the main fight here, Veto's definitely ahead in the damage numbers though. Can they force that advantage and finish Maxwell? Let's just go into spec cam here. Pilot mode. Legs day it is. Every day is legs day when you're in this brawl. Left leg on that Night Cheetah. Let's go down. But Tax in the Hunchback is getting ripped to pieces in the center torso. Stays alive somehow. Let's have a look from above here. There's absolute carnage happening here. And Veto has a slight advantage actually. They have the advantage. I think Veto's going to take this one, but not after a very hard fought battle. A lot of strip mix for Spuds who don't really have anything to shoot with. Lots of going off to cap. They do have enough caps to hold out the entire match. That's 10%, 9%, 7%. He goes down in the gold Nova. Well, I mean, gold's pretty resilient material, right, guys? All right, 4 caps to 1. 1 cheater against a lot of angry red mechs. How many are alive? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 alive for 4 caps. Pretty tricky spot to be in for the cheetah. How hurt are they? Let's see. Is anything really hurt? Warhawk. That is a fresh Warhawk. That is pretty fresh timber. Pretty fresh Warhawk. And the Nova's legs, I mean, you know. And Lunchpack's reasonably fresh too. Alright. So, the Archie is going to take a bit of sneaky lap down to this side cap here, which is Epsilon. And there will be a Nova for it, so this is as good luck as a cheetah can get, which had the leg Nova be facing... Oh man, I'll just go for it. You have to go for it, cheetah. You gotta do it! They're gonna cap you! You gotta go, man! Don't worry. Oh well. We're gonna go for the counter on Gamma, although the mech on Gamma I think is a fresh mech. I think it's a Warhawk. It is a completely fresh Warhawk. Backshot City. Now, what's the chance there's no seismic? You know what? Is he for seismic? Okay, we're checking for seismic cam here. Checking for seismic cam. Seismic cam. Negative. 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 Oh. Okay, wait. Where'd he go? Ah. Time for the sacrifice to come in. All right. Now here we go. Against the Nova. There you go. You can take him. That right leg. And gets the kill. That's more C-bills for your team. Look. Another kill. Unfortunately, it's the only cap that Spuds has. So, and with the laser wash underneath the legs there, might just cancel the counter cap on it. Oh nope, no, here he's capping again. Fresh Warhawk bearing down on you. What are you gonna do? Alright, gonna go down swinging. Oh, he's like. And for those that didn't know, that sound is the new lots of component sound. So, down at the end there. Man, that was a really interesting game. That was a really different sort of set of movements than what I'm used to on that map. So I'm really going to look at this in the map strat. Okay, let's have a look at the numbers. So we have, oh hello, the Warhawk Odin doing 745, brilliant score there. You know, Nova and the other Warhawk doing some massive numbers there too. Timberwolf, look at that. So big players there. The lights ate it and just died. That was a that really I think with a bit better push management, maybe a slightly better line on how to counter push once they knew, and like they're taking advantage of that. So this advantage was something I think Spuds could have pivoted the whole match off, but you know just didn't really have the scouting I think to make that call. So on this side, decent spread. Some on the top in there, in the splat. Some pretty quite a lot more common this season I've seen in Brawl, and the Gold Nova tanked down to 7%, so good on him in that. Rightio. Let's just go straight to map strat on that one. Now strat's up, look at that, that's ready. Just putting in some scores so we know. Okay. Okay. Now that map, what we saw there was Veto run very wide. Very wide. Actually out into the ice sheet and try to set up like a bit of a line out here. This actually denied Epsilon to Spud. Spud moving up a bit of a brawl pack up into here, which makes sense, you know, he's saying the buildings stay a bit brawly. The two Veto lights did their little cap thing and came around here, but they both got offed pretty quick once once the counter movement from Spud came in. So, yeah, from here, Veto made the exact right call, which is a push in and keep that wider line around the side of the Spud check group, which actually was more this way. They actually moved it further back. What I reckon is, like in that situation, I don't know if I would have, if Spud should have sent the lights off to cap or sent like split off to cap as much, because they kind of knew that, well, like, the Veto's going to push in, so I would probably had a light focus on scouting and try to put up like a UAV, you know, somewhere around here maybe, or just anywhere around where the push could be coming from, so that Spudger could re-engage on a hard push. What you don't want to do, generally speaking, is if you're running a brawl deck, is to create range you're going to just go and have to catch back up again. Okay, so yeah, no, like honestly, I think that was a really cool match to watch. There's just a lot of things happen there. And the build choice as well, I think, was great. Really suited the map, really suited what the strats that were used, and like the skill trees. Those haven't seen it. The skill trees, like they really got stacking quirks on existing things, and the Warhawk does come with a few good ones. So keep an eye out for those and try to use them to your advantage. So that's enough talking about Frozen. Let's get on to the next one. So the next one is Kenyan Network. This will finish off the night for us. It will be 2 lights, 2 heavies, 4 assaults. The biggest, heaviest drop of the night. And we're going to finish up on Canyon. Traditionally, you know, lends itself to more mid-range, some long-range, but you know, teams can brawl in this. I would love to see maybe not for me. I wouldn't like to use this myself, but I would like to see a dual executioner, you know, Victor 9S Gargoyle, just crazy speed, you know, YOLO deck. See it crash into a team wrapping around low. A bit of fun. Might have to try that. Alright. Oh, well that's happening. I'm gonna light up this abstract. What to expect. Okay, so this map. A bunch of the comp pilots here played comp, and particularly for Worlds last year, know this map reasonably well. You got a few good positions for range. I mean, you got this little hill here. You can chuck someone up top there. You got a little spot there. Wipe that off. You got this little pillar here. Got that guy. You know, you got these random little pillars. You even have trash pile if you want to use trash pile. And you see a bunch of these formations that you can side or hill peek over that make it really, you know, open to many different sightlines and potential ways to cut off sightlines. So what you'll see is you'll probably see teams like maybe set up some range mechs up high, for example. And vice versa. Maybe not down there, but up here definitely. Along here is pretty common. and just see, like, you know, connect the dots. I mean, that dot connects here, that dot connects there, and just go full ham. I mean, lots on this side. This side's got a lot of trade lines on it. So you see a lot of trade on on this side theta, on probably the northeast side theta. But I mean, you can't ignore these fault lines here. So yeah, no, pretty much just connect the dots, and I mean that one crosses up. But you get the idea. There's plenty of options for both teams to take in terms of range. But clear that off. I mean, you also have to worry about, you know, this valley here, this valley push up ramp, or this valley push up ramp. Again, you don't want to push up this ramp when there's a bit of range on top, but just gotta be aware of it. You also got the outside of pushes as well that can happen. The canyon is such a commonly used comp map just because of the dimensional, I guess, variation. You can have, you know, it's almost like you have high and low grounds at play, and you have all these valleys. So you have a bunch of valleys all over the map as well, or canyons. To be honest, a network of canyons. That's probably a better way of calling it. That can all be interacting somehow. Righto. So just a quick summary on the scores. Spuds shows 275 rep to Veto's 1,400. So Veto doing a very good job getting the bonuses they need and the wins. With this, they should be top of the division, and I think they will take Division A out. There's still a couple matches to play, I think, with Veto Chiefs case happening, but I don't think the point differential is enough for stop Veto being number one. So preliminary congratulations to them. Well done for a good season. And let's see how we end tonight. Alright, last person just coming into lobby, just finish it off and get ready for launch. Tonnage wise, yeah, there's a lot of tonnage on the field. Actually, hang on, that's not as much as I expected. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I'll be. Let's see what mix I actually go with here, because if it is what I think it is, we might see an aggressive play. Well, may as well play it now while we're waiting for the teams. So, particularly if you're in the AP region, which I think most of the viewers will be, there is Battle for Midway coming up. It is a 6v6 tournament, which is in its third season. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it in the past. 6v6, got some slightly different rule set with a 3-point cap, tonnage base. So the rule set will be tonnage, not class base. So I expect a very different set of mechs to be fielded in each drop than MRBC, which is class based. And yeah, look forward to that. If you want more information, you can look at it pretty easily. The MRBC Discord has a Battle for Midway section on it. There's a forum post in the competitive play region, I think, and also the Asia Pacific region on the forums for a lot more information about that. Sign-ups will be open in, I believe, the 1st or 2nd of June. So early June, sign-ups will open. You have about a week or two to get your act together, get a team, and go for it. And if you don't have a team yet at all, like you're a solo Asia Pacific pilot, you want a team, there's plenty out there to have a look at. Just look at the MRBC list and there's a bunch of teams there you can check out and ask around. Most teams will be happy to drop if you're in group queue and give you a run in comp. So hit them up and get some games in. Alright, we have 8 people on both sides in the lobby. This is good. Final tonnage is 585 for Spuds and 570 for Veto, so 15 tons less. I reckon it's just a 15 ton from a 100 tonner to a Marauder 2C or Master 2C or something. I don't think you're gonna low tonner heavy unless they bring like a quick draw dragon, which are actually both really good mechs to be honest for a heavy. That's another interesting. That's another thing with like class-based ones. Is you can see the tonnages in the lobby. So like you can kind of make a judgment call on what they're running or where the difference is. So 15-ton difference could be a 75 to 60 or a 100 to an 85 or a bunch of different things there. Alright, final drop of the night. Let's get in here. Into the match. Let's finish this off in style. Alright. Next we're on the field, there's no dropships on this map, so I should go wait for the starting counter. Dang it, I forgot about that. Oh, that's not good. Was waiting someone's mag. Alright, so we have Gen 2 CA, Nike B, actually, Mad Dog. Okay. A 2 KD3s, Atlas D, okay, and a Marauder 2C. So look at this build here. Oh, Dakar. Ultra 20 SRM small lasers, that's a brawl. Jenna. Dakar. Dakar. Small pulse. Splat. It's an Atlas D. Founders nonetheless. Yep, Spuds just came to brawl. Alright, Laser Bomb, Marauder. This Veto's mix here. Small pulse Cheetah. Jenna F. Wait, what? Hello, Jenna F. Warhawk getting fielded again. Another Warhawk, duplicating the Warhawks. Look at that. I love those mechs. Oh, the Direwolf is back, boys! Oh, I'm so excited to see a Direwolf on the field. Gas PC Nigeria and the Timberwolf. Look at this, the Clan Wave 1 mechs. Direwolf, Warhawk, Timberwolf. Man, I'm pretty impressed by that. Alright, but you're just going to form up. They have gone screw caps. We just need the back one, back door, which is Gamma, and the rest is just push. But this concave, I'm not sure if I'll wrap this corner, guys. Screw it. Stuff that. Just pushy says. Atlas D here. Now survivability quirks. I reckon Spudshed have gone full survivability mode. Look at the tanking on that thing. Let's get the damage rate. Oh, he goes down. But I think the double strikes, double kill shots here are going to be ridiculously powerful for Veto. Those extra consumables, letting them just keep putting damage out. Look at the strikes, they're not stopping on either team. Survivability quirk's going to get you so far. 3 kills. Look at this, perfectly green until the focus one's getting called. So the shark's getting called, he's going to drop, and then be next one. Odin goes down the Warhawk, so good push on him. So Spudshed have engaged the big guys, and he goes down. Looks like Team's Direwolf is pretty hurt, 62%. Let's just have a look from their point of view. Direwolf is halved, getting quite overheated. Jump Jet in there. The RCT is crit. Can the Jenna get behind? No! The Alpha Strike. Brutal. Nightshade here, getting some good shots onto the Marauder. I think that is the last one for Spudshed. So win for Veto in resounding fashion there. Look at this, it's just a double strike UAVs on some of these mechs. Look at some of these double kill shots. Look at that. Alright, decent spread, but big numbers going to Val and the Warhawk and the Timberwolf. This is a amount of lasers on mid-range firepower. The Direwolf 387, good to see it back. Big numbers here from the Kodak 3 and the Brawl Marauder, those Ultra 20s getting in there and doing some work. The Atlas did his job of tanking hard. I really think that going over the open ground there through the valley may not have been the best option to take, even though it was the most likely. But when your opponents know you're going to push that corner hard and you're set up for a perfect receive on that corner, she ain't pretty, bro. I think maybe cutting up on the inside may be an idea there, but anyway, well done to Veto. They get all the cookies tonight, and we'll go back to the final scores. Rightio. So Spudshed 300 rep, Veto 1750 perfect score. Well done to them, and that's is all I have for tonight. Then check out more MRBC stuff on their site, on the Discord. Get all those links. If you need them, PM me, or just, they're actually available on the average HPG as well in the community links. So, and in the, honestly, the competitive play forums on the official forums. So, yeah, they have ways to get information about the competitive side of MechWarrior Online. So, thanks for watching. Thanks. Apologise for my mistake on the first drop. bit of short notice stream this one, and so I forgot to turn off the preview. So apologies for that. But yeah, I'll be back to stream some more, and hope you have a good one. See you around.